Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. Being all bottled up like this is really getting to us, but we're finding ways to keep ourselves sane, even if it means watching others go crazy. Can Kate negotiate a console hostage exchange while adhering to social distance protocol? Will Matt ever find that money that Chad hid on his island? And we can all pretty much agree that she definitely fed him to the tigers, right? All this and more this week on the Free Play Podcast.
You are listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network.
Hey, what's up, nerds? My name is Bubba Stallcup, and you are listening to the Free Play Podcast, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. And joined with me, as always, are my co-hosts and a few of our co-founders right here at Love Thy Nerd, Matt Warmbier.
Hooty hoo!
And Kate Katawaki.
Hello.
I just love it.
Just came to me.
I love
good.
it.
Hey,
we're still quarantined-ish a lot.
More or less quarantined.
I guess it depends.
It's fine.
Matt, when's the last time you left your house?
To go to a store or just like to drive?
I was not aware those were separate.
Well, okay. I drove. Yesterday we drove around. We had to drop, Erin's been making masks as well. So she dropped one off at a friend's house. And we were going to go just drive around. This was Sunday. Sunday afternoon drive.
Because if you don't use it, you lose it, right?
Right. And we're telling our kids, people used to do this all the time. And our kids got into the van and they were like, well, what are we doing? Where are we going? I'm like, will you stop it? Just let us just drive.
This is a classic family Sunday drive.
It got to the point where all right, well, we're all going home. And Erin then she went to the grocery store then and picked up the few things we needed and all the rest of us stayed home. But for my own personal trip, I drove to the bank and went to the ATM and dropped off a check.
Deposited a couple hundos.
Yeah. And then I went to Starbucks and got my weekly coffee mark out because I still get £1 a week for the ones that are open.
Nice.
And, I also get a free drink and free food when I go every day if I want. But I don't. So
wait a second.
Yeah, they when I work, Starbucks gives me free drinks and one free food item.
But you're not working right now.
Exactly. So since this kind of this all went down, Starbucks has opened it up to everyone, whether you're working or not, to if you go to a store, you can have a free drink and a free food item.
Wow.
Because they're trying to take care of the people who, can't work, I guess. I don't know.
So what'd you do? Pick up a couple hard-boiled eggs?
No, I did not get rubbery eggs. I got the turkey and Swiss.
Oh, man. Hey, you know what I miss at Starbucks, since that's what this segment is right now?
Yeah.
What is it?
Brought to you by...
are you guessing?
No, go ahead.
Oh, Kate had that sound in her voice like she was trying to remember. I don't think you know.
Is it a Frappuccino?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
If you say Frappuccino, I'm done here.
No, it's the caramel apple spice.
It's always is your Starbucks closed?
I don't know. I'm not brave enough.
Okay, well, let's bring it around here. When's the last time you left the house? Because
hold on.
Let it be known that Bubba is still in his PJs and it is 5:30 Central Time.
Also, he didn't do his hair.
He didn't do his hair.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Look, barely.
You use your fingers.
I hit it with some big sexy. You guys were welcome, by the way. I showered before I got on.
Well, it's better than last week.
Thank you, because last week we had to wait an hour for you to shower.
That's true.
I don't know. We just thought your hair didn't look as good as it normally does under better circumstances.
It doesn't. No, it's got a little bit of give to it.
Well, he's got to conserve because he's not sure when he can get back out. So if he can't use all of his big sexy on Mondays, he's got to save for the big dates.
No. Absolutely. I cannot use it all in one go. Hey, but before we move on, I wanted to say that I didn't want to say caramel apple spice. That wasn't what I was leading with. What I wanted to say was I really miss the Thanksgiving dinner sandwich that existed at Starbucks.
The panini.
Wow.
That thing was
Panini.
Yeah.
delish.
It is a panini. It is the holiday turkey stuffing panini.
I can taste it right now. Like the stuff, emphasis on stuffing, because Mamacita, like it had a lot of that stuff.
You might not believe it. I
was
don't like
stuffed.
stuffing, but that sandwich is good. I don't like stuffing.
okay
I don't
with
like
that.
dressing.
I'm okay with that. I've made my peace.
Thank you.
Sounds delicious.
When's the last time you left home? Let's hear it.
We went on a walk yesterday.
Okay,
and
I'm not talking walks. 'Cause I've been almost taking a daily walk.
Like
I've
errands,
been
you
walking about a
mean?
mile and a half.
You're talking about
I'm talking like
leaving
going to like an errand.
Uh,
Because you're not on complete
did
lockdown.
I
You're still
go?
able to go get like essentials, like grocery stores,
yeah,
etc.
yeah. When was it? I guess it was today. We're recording on Monday, just for reference.
for
What is time?
timeline.
Who
For the
cares?
timeline.
I think it's Monday. I'm 60% sure.
Yeah.
It is. I'll
Well,
confirm.
you watched your church service yesterday, yeah.
I did. Hey, good call. I went out legit out of the house. Man, it was probably Thursday.
Okay, that's not terrible though. I feel like
No, it's not. But like I'm all about staying home. Like I'm here.
You
like
are,
if you
okay.
have any
I don't
questions,
know. I mean, if you went out Thursday, then are you really all about staying at home? You didn't even make it a week.
I am all about staying home. Like honestly, I only go out to like film and to help the tech director at our church, my buddy Jordan, do stuff that he needs to do. And like if I need to like transfer files because my internet is trash,
That is true.
I'll put them
your
on a hard drive
neighbor's
and take them
internet
to
is
him.
trash.
The whole neighborhood's internet is
Oh,
trash.
okay. Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the stuff I'm going out. We went, like I said, we went on a walk yesterday, and we walked 2 blocks or so because our kids.
Yeah.
We
tough, man.
are trying to keep them alive
Gotta get the
inside of our
wiggles
house,
out.
and yeah.
well,
So we
I've
get a
been
nice
walking
backyard
about a
that they're
mile
not
and a
playing
half.
in.
Yeah.
they're not playing in the backyard.
No,
Well, go dig a hole, put some money in it, and tell your kids
Yeah,
there's money out
some
there.
bells.
You got to find the bells out there and let them.
And if you replant it, more comes. That's up to you.
they do not need
Is that
my
true?
help
That's
digging
how you,
holes.
That's how you get a money tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
My kids have been playing outside a lot. We've been doing a lot of. We've
Your
been playing
kids
a
are
lot of
just
Animal Crossing.
generally better at outside than mine are. I'm just gonna put that out there. Let
I
my
would
kids
say
to death.
3 or 4 fifths, depending on the day, are. Other 1 or 2, they're out there for like 3 minutes and they're back in the house. Honestly, like I'm having a hard time because I like to go out and see stuff, do stuff, be places.
You guys
So
are
it-
outdoorsy people.
Well, I'm not even talking about outdoors. I like to go to stores. I like to walk around. I like to shop till I
I
drop.
too am an American. Yeah.
shopaholic.
Yeah, and like I like to just go out. Like I have like a whole box of games that I'm like thinking about selling, but they're not open. I can't sell
Oh, yeah.
them to buy other games.
Well, let's double back to that because I'm curious. I think a lot of people are like selling games right now, which
Well-
it's kind of. I think it's kind of both a buyer's and a seller's market right now.
I agree.
Ironically,
I agree.
So you got to get stuff
but
to do.
hey,
is
Kate,
what's
when's the last time you left the house?
I don't want to.
I feel like you don't leave that chair. That's my perception.
For a lot of it, I don't leave this chair and this desk. I have a lot to do.
How's your lumbar support?
It's poor.
Thought so.
I need a poo pillow.
You do. That sounds
No
weird, but I
context
know what you
needed.
mean.
Yeah.
I need
I
a
know
poo
what you mean.
pillow. But I haven't left the house in almost. I think tomorrow or Wednesday will be 2 weeks,
Oh my gosh, Kate.
Impressive. Most
So-
impressive.
which I'm pretty proud of. But also, as stuff starts to hit the fan, I have to be realistic about like, I have jacked up lungs. I have asthma. I have to take inhalers. I have to take
Yeah.
an inhaler every day.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I really want
Even
little,
being on this podcast right now is
It's a danger. It really is.
is putting you at risk.
It's
Yeah.
I'm breathing all over all of you.
It puts me at a huge risk. But I just have to think to myself, like, the stuff that I would go out to the store for normally, like, is it worth it? It's like, no, I'll just do one big trip.
Well, how many times have you Uber Eats? Uber ate? Uber eat
Uber ate.
eat it.
I've never
Uber
used
ate it.
I've never
Eat it.
used any of I've never
Okay.
even used Uber or Lyft ever
Really? Bubby?
to do anything.
Bro, I live in Podunk, Texas, USA. We
Drive through the
ain't
Chick-fil-A
got
drive-thru.
Uber Eats. I did go through the Burger King drive-thru once when all this started.
We've
And
been through
it was
the
delicious.
Chick-fil-A one a couple times, so I don't know if that counts as leaving the house. Does it?
It does, yeah. I
Okay,
would
well
count
then
that.
I've left to go to the Chick-fil-A drive-thru 2 times.
Is Chick-fil-A at your house?
It's
Just
literally
walk you
right
through
down the street. I could walk there if I wanted to.
Really? I
But
thought
you would
said
have to
water plant
do
there.
what to get there?
What do you
Swim.
mean? You get in the car, you drive.
Leave your house. You would have to leave your
Okay.
house to do
Oh.
that. So
Well,
yes,
I
guess.
didn't. My feet only touched. Fine. I left the
Look,
house.
this is not about technicalities.
I
Like,
don't know how many days ago, but whatever day
Corey's
it was.
not going to say, "Hey, you barely stepped outside. You
whatever
only put
day
one
it
toe
was, I went to the Chick-fil-A drive-thru and I was in the passenger seat. So,
Did Steven breathe on you?
I didn't see.
Okay. Yeah, me neither.
Unsure.
I didn't see. Yeah. Next
I'm
question.
unsure.
Okay.
The Chick-fil-A
Well, we want to know how
Deluxe.
you guys are doing. Let us know whether I don't care if it's on the Tweeterverse or anywhere, wherever you're listening and consuming this podcast. Let us know how you are dealing with Rona. Like, is she
Corey.
here? Corey in the house. Like, is it boy or is it girl? You got Corey, you got Rona. Like, how are we doing with the quarantine stuff? We want to know. Let's hear from you guys. Are you going stir crazy? Are you ready to not be around that person that is in your house or those persons that are in your house? And also, can we do something to help you kind of get over the hump of just being bored out of your mind inside of your house? I think that we can. So let us know. Hit us up. But during this time, what have we been like up to? Like, what's happening? Kate, you had somewhat of a hostage exchange happen
well-
recently.
It was, since you put it that way, I think it is best described as a hostage exchange. What happened was,
Since I described it adequately, yes, let's finish the story.
and you'll remember, free play listeners, that I wanted to play Red Dead 1. So I bought it for Xbox 360 because my brother had an Xbox 360 at my
Yeah.
dad's house that was unused. I took that Xbox, played Red Dead 1, and the Xbox has been here untouched ever since. Well, now my brother is home from, he lives in like downtown LA, but he's quarantining like with my dad. And he has
Okay.
nothing to do at my dad's house because there's nothing to do there. So he texted me.
You could talk to your dad. You could
Yeah,
try
well-
to build that relationship.
Yeah, well, you know,
Or-
it's already been like 2 weeks, so what else is there to talk about? But he he texted me and asked if I was still using the Xbox. I said no, I'm not. So we planned an exchange. You know, in these times, you can't just take it to somebody's house anymore. You have to find
Yeah.
an area for like neutral parties where you pass it off, you put it on the ground, and step back, and the other person comes up. So, anyways, I put the Xbox and all the things related to the Xbox into double bagged Whole Foods.
Yeah, well, those are
bags.
thick. Those are thick
Thick-
bags.
the
Yeah.
very thick bags.
Germs cannot get through those.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Well,
they
then-
get exhausted. They just don't want to.
It's too much.
My brother
much
said
work.
we'll be there in 10 minutes. So I waited. I saw their car pull up. My dad was there as well.
Was it in a? Did anyone have a briefcase?
No, but everyone was wearing
No, the
masks.
briefcase was the Whole Food bags.
Yeah.
The briefcase was the Whole Foods bags. Everyone was wearing masks. I was wearing a mask. My dad was wearing the mask that Anna Stallcup made him.
Yes.
So they remained in the vehicle. I got out, put the bag in the middle of my driveway, stepped back. They got out of the vehicle,
Did
I
you
want trouble
film
here.
this?
picked
I
up
don't
the
want
bag.
any trouble here.
No, I
Just
did
take
not.
the
film it.
bag.
Kate.
I put the bag in the driveway, stepped back. My brother and my dad got out of the car. They picked up the bag, then proceeded to walk to my front window to look at my dog through the window.
Yeah.
Kate, here's what you do. You need to set up another transaction, okay? Another exchange, and I want to film it. I want you to film it, okay? And I want you to make it like over the top.
I took a selfie
Like-
that I sent you. Of
No, that wasn't
of
enough.
us
That was
wearing
not
the
enough.
masks.
I
my
want
dad.
full on negotiation. I want you talking to them like through a bullhorn.
Well, the best part is my dad also brought something to the exchange, and it was my birthday monies. So he just handed me the bag. He didn't put it on the ground or anything.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, you're
Come on,
infected.
Dad. Patient zero.
Yeah, patient zero. So yeah, and in the bag, I gave my brother Red Dead 1, since he doesn't have any games besides Kung Fu Panda.
Jesus. What?
Well, you don't need anything else besides.
He doesn't.
Besides that,
like
yeah.
I told
That's
you,
fine.
this Xbox was banned by Microsoft from like online play, so it's very limited in certain things. So he can't play Call of Duty anymore.
If you gave me 1,000 guesses of the only game that your brother had on Xbox 360, I might have even guessed Sneak King, the Burger King game, above Kung Fu Panda. Like, oh hey man, what's your desert island game? Oh, it's Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda, for sure.
One
Like,
Hundo.
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I gave
Is
him
this
Red
even a
Dead
contest?
1. He was really excited because it's not Kung Fu Panda. And
It's the same thing, really.
He said that he might have access to a PlayStation 3, and if I had any games for PS3, the only one I have here is Assassin's Creed 2, which I gave to him.
I was hoping you were going to say Skate because I've been looking for Skate 1, 2, or 3.
I was hoping you were going to say
for
Kung Fu Panda
such
2.
a long
Panda 2.
time. No, like Kate,
We
did
used
you play
to
the
love,
Skate games?
yes, we used to love playing
They're
Skate
so good.
on
I cannot
that
find them.
Xbox. Really?
I cannot find them. Okay, I cannot find them for a reasonable price.
Okay.
It's a defunct franchise. That's
It
why.
is a super fun game. This was like a game that my brother and I both got into when he first got the Xbox 360.
I
before
maybe
Kung
told
Fu
you this
Panda,
story.
like-
I maybe told you a story. I went to a book and music, half price books, and I found Skate. I think it was Skate 1, maybe it's Skate 3. Really, those ones are like kind of like the better of the two.
I agree.
I found it. I took it to the front to buy it because it was in a like reduced price section. I was like, I would like to purchase this, please. And I like hand it over. And they're like, oh, hold on a second. Let me go back here. And they're opening their drawers. And they're like, this disc should have been in the case because it was in the reduced section. Pretty sure someone stole it. And so they went and looked a little bit more. And sure enough, someone stole it. So I'm still without Skate 1, 2, or 3. Go on.
You can get Skate 2.
No,
no one
you're
wants
not
Skate
listening.
2.
It's
no one
one or
wants
three.
You
Skate
said
2.
1, 2, or 3.
No,
You
no.
literally just said 1,
yes,
2,
but
or
1
3.
or 3 are the best ones.
Yeah, think of it like this. Two
Don't
bookends.
make me angry.
You want
Two
Skate 3?
bookends, nothing.
Xbox 360,
I don't have one.
$27.99.
I don't. Exactly. That game is
How about
over
a
10 years
PlayStation
old.
3 version of it for $20.96?
That's a
I'm
little
hoping
better,
for,
but
like-
it still should be $10 or under would be reasonable.
Thank you. Kate knows because she's played the game. You've only seen it from afar. Don't even. Don't even.
Or you can pick up a copy of Skate for $20.
No, but it should be
if
less.
If it's Skate 1, I want it for $7.
I don't think you
Make
want
me
this
raise my
game.
voice.
Yes,
I do
you don't
want
even
this
know.
game.
This was a great
I
game.
do. It's a PlayStation 3 game that's great. Give me number 1 for $7, number 2 for $9.50, number 3 for $15. Do not.
But you want all three of them for $20. That's what you want. You go
I
all
want
in.
3
on-
for $20. 3 for $20.
Yeah.
Or I want a remastered version of all 3 on PlayStation 4 for $25.
Wow. I can see it.
I can do Skate 2 Platinum Hits Xbox 360 edition for $10.
You
Final
know
offer.
my dad has my Xbox. Don't even.
You're gonna have to get some Whole Food bags and get that sucker back, okay?
You got to
in
double bag
Michigan.
it. Don't forget to double bag it. That's the key in everything.
Just want to play Skate and Animal Crossing, but in Skate mostly.
I never could get the double thumbsticks for the
It was
tricks.
challenging.
Like,
That's what made it so
was
groundbreaking.
challenging. Exactly.
It's because it was
And
so
when-
different and groundbreaking from button mashing Tony Hawk. Like,
When you
Yeah, my
finally
body is
landed
made
this,
for Tony
this
Hawk.
like this line, this trick you were trying to do, like when you finally landed it, you felt so good. It's like scoring a goal in
It's true.
NHL 20. Like, you finally do it, and you're like,
yeah,
I'm
or
on
you just
top of the
keep
world.
trying it over and over and over again, and then you rage quit and throw
Yeah.
the controller.
And then you
yeah,
start
for
again
me
the
it's
next
like being
day.
injured and not being able to play in NHL. That's what it was.
It's the same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just fine.
Sorry, I just totally sabotaged that with Skate. But
No, it's a very valid point, as you said.
Or if you've played it too much and you hate that game and you want to send Kate and I a copy of it, we're available for you. Not Skate 2.
Accepting donations.
Not Skate 2.
Not Skate 2.
But Skate 2.
Okay, I would take Skate 2, but not really.
Hey, speaking of Animal Crossing and Kate and Matt, and using all three of those in a sentence together that is a cohesive series of words. Kate, you recently visited Matt's island on Animal Crossing. How did that go?
I was invited to Horpins. I said that I had some trash that I needed to drop off because Matt, as you know, is collecting trash for his trash room, and I had five tires and 3 boots, something roughly around those numbers. And
and I used them.
Yeah, and I said to Matt, "Open the gates." And he opened the gates.
Open up the gate.
Like, hey, Matt, I got some trash out here. It's for
Come on in.
Well, I saved it special, so.
I've had a lot of people reach out to me saying they had trash for me. I'm at the point, like, I don't know if it's possible. Can you make your extra rooms bigger?
I don't know.
Because I need a bigger trash room.
Make your
I
trash
have to
room
believe
your
the
main
answer is
room.
yes.
Well, my next mortgage.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
His
My
main
Imperial,
room is Asian decor, for those who haven't seen it.
And tomorrow I special ordered this. Well, that was a good kimono. I special ordered this. KK has an Imperial song album, whatever. That's
Smash
It.
coming.
Smash
yeah,
It.
Smash It. That will be arriving tomorrow. So my Imperial room will have the Imperial KK song, which I can't wait for.
We'll bring it all together.
Kate, were you surprised when you knew I was collecting trash?
No.
Just how awesome that room was.
I mean,
was surprised.
Initial thoughts.
I wasn't surprised to hear you were collecting trash or that you had a trash room. When I first entered the room, I had not seen it on a stream before, so this was my first viewing of the room. I was blown away. The attention to detail was noble.
I had the shower running in the corner all over the trash.
There's a shower running in the corner over the trash. There was a toilet you could sit on, and when you get up from the toilet, it flushes
It's
automatically. There's trash bags.
Well, that's good.
Stacks of
It's a Jedi
tires,
bathroom.
a futon in the corner. A cardboard seat.
A skeleton.
The skeleton.
One
That's
full
right. I
skeleton.
looked at the skeleton. I really do think it's probably the best room in your house. The trash room.
Really?
You just
over the Asian Imperial room.
Yeah,
Really?
it has a stronger, more unique vibe, I think, the trash room. I think you need to pick out what song you're going to have playing in there, though.
Do you think
What I want to know is what are our housing development friends? What are they rating your house?
Oh, I just got a bronze plaque.
We.
Yeah.
I want them to say something specifically about the trash room.
I know, me too. That
Like
was my
to
favorite.
call it out.
What is the rating for this one particular room, and why?
I think that I probably got such a good score because all of my rooms have a theme. So you have the trash room, you have the Imperial room, and right now you have the Bunny Day room, which is just like honestly, that's a dump as well. Like that is a absolute it is a trash fire. You like eggs, it gets thrown in here. I'm missing 3 of the Bunny Day items. So
What are you missing?
I'm
Do you
missing
know?
the clock.
Oh.
There's like
I got the clock.
a banner thing, I think, that goes on the wall.
With eggs, a little string of eggs.
Yes.
I have that. I'll make you one.
I need the Bunny Day recipe because
Oh, that's right.
on
He's checking.
Easter I need to
He's
have
checking.
all of them.
Yeah.
He's
So
checking.
He's making a list.
I have a vanity if either of you need a vanity. I've gotten
I got the
3
vanity.
vanities. Okay, me too. I've gotten 3 vanities. I do not need all of those. I've just been giving them away.
I have not made any of this stuff. I made the balloons, and that was it. Like I put the balloons out in front, and I was
Yes.
like, hashtag
Well,
decorated. Get
Here's
off
the
my
thing,
lawn.
like with the balloons, there's 2 versions of the balloons. There's
the merry one
yeah.
and the
There's the Bunny
another
Day
one.
balloons, and there's the merry ones. I think
merry and festive, maybe. I don't.
something
I
like
can't
that. Yeah,
remember,
it's
something like that.
it doesn't. They look exactly the same.
No,
when
they
you put them
don't.
out.
One of them has a blue balloon at the front, and the other one has a
No,
pink
not
one at
mine.
the front. Until you
Or I
twist
made-
it around.
Maybe I made both of mine the same. Maybe I made the same ones, but like to me, they're exactly the same.
I have decked out. Okay, we're looking at Bubba's screen right now. He's
the
playing Animal
podcasters don't
Crossing.
need to know. They don't need to peek behind
It's
the
fine.
curtain
Okay,
this far.
well,
I'm just,
whatever. Just
I'm
send me-
checking
send me
on the
stuff.
crafting.
Okay, whatever. So I visited your bunny day
I
room.
feel so bad for you.
We sat across from each other at the bunny table, both on bunny stools, and there was a bunny day light on the table.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we clicked it on and off.
Yeah,
several
so
times.
Matt would click it
It was a-
on,
it
and
was a
then
game.
I'd
That's not what
turn
I
it
thought
off.
you meant.
It was a game.
I thought you were doing a Bud Light thing.
No, we would literally
thought of that.
sit across
An
from each
actual light,
other
got it.
and button mash the light on and off. So that's a fun thing to do if you go to Matt's house. Sit on the
Looking
table.
through yours, Bubba, I'm only missing that clock.
Okay, so this is the only thing you don't have is the clock.
That's the only thing I don't have is a clock.
Quick question.
I don't have the other.
You don't have the
both?
other balloons. Quick question. Does
I don't have
it?
the others.
The bunny day thing said that you have to like craft all the bunny day things. Does that mean the outfits as well? Because I hate them.
You have to craft them? I thought he just said had the DIY stuff.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I was going to ask you both. Wait,
Otherwise,
I
why
thought
would,
it was
you
just
be
you have it.
why would you be getting all these eggs if you weren't supposed to be crafting them?
Bubba,
Well,
go
because
over
the
to
whole
your
game
right.
is a paper doll game. Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah, but I don't like these outfits, so do I have to craft them? And does that
I don't
not?
have the wardrobe. That's the other thing, Bubba.
You don't have the
No
wardrobe
wardrobe?
either?
I don't have the wardrobe. I don't have the wardrobe, the clock, or that thing that hangs on the wall. And Bubba, your other balloons
I've
right
got-
there. Bunny Day festive
Yeah,
balloons.
I've got these balloons and these balloons. Nothing with a
Festive
balloon
Bunny
in
Day
the front.
Merry
Sorry, Kate.
balloons.
No, look, this one has
Yeah.
the blue one right there. The one you're on right there.
But it's not on the front though. Yeah.
Well, if you twist it to the side, then it's on the front.
It's the same
Anyways.
thing.
I am
Either
tempted
way-
to do the fence. I think the fence is really the only thing that I'm interested in.
I had the fence made around my house for a good while, but then I found an imperial fence, which matched my first room, so I just went with it. If I had trash bag fence, that's different.
A trash bag fence?
I mean, you could
I'm
probably
just saying. I don't know if
make
it's.
one.
That can't
I'm not
be
sure
a
it's
thing.
real. No, you can't. You can throw a leaf down. It's probably not a thing. Yeah,
Oh, that's
water
right.
those flowers.
That's right, because it's an indoor item.
Right.
Well,
But you thought the trash room was the best room then. Hey,
Yeah, I did.
if you're listening to this and you want to see my trash room and my island or visit it, I've been doing daily streams over on our YouTube channel. I've been trying to start around
Yes.
6:30 Eastern time, so you can come on over and hang out. And we're doing a bunch of games coming up in the future here. We're doing LTN Cribs. We're doing a game of hide and seek sardines. So yeah, if you want to be a part of that,
I love
let me know.
LTN Cribs. I'm here for that,
also,
dude.
I'm gonna post on the free play Twitter if I can get the picture off the Switch. A picture of me visiting your trash room, as well as us playing the game where you turn the light on and off.
Yep, that's a great time.
Yeah, the game.
The light game.
It's fun. It was fun. I
It
was
is
having
fun.
fun.
I loved it. I laughed. I cried. I loved it.
Hey, I have a real question. Since I have the game up and on right now, it's not important. I accidentally chopped these trees down because I didn't realize what was actually going on. Do they grow back?
No.
No, you have to dig
I'm
up the
watering them.
stumps. Don't.
No, here, yes, dig up the stumps for sure, but maybe save one stump because you get bugs on that stump you wouldn't normally get.
I did not
Okay,
know
but
that.
it's just I've seen the bugs, but so the tree is just gone.
Yeah, shovel it up, bro.
It's dead.
Okay.
And goodbye. And then
Okay, well, that was-
bury a peach or something.
What? It's
What's
I
your-
don't like
what's
it
your
when
main-
you use that language. I don't have peaches.
What are
Okay.
those? Oh, those are apples?
Apples. He's
Apples,
Oh,
bro.
he hasn't traveled
gross.
far.
Oh, he can't.
I'm an apple bottom bro.
Yeah.
apple bottom
I'm
jeans.
sorry. I feel bad. You're just like so isolated. I can't even send you a letter.
I am. No, I'm living.
I
By
think, it's,
myself.
Brother-in-law's not
I
doing
think it's
anything
probably
here?
the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Your brother-in-law's not
I did
fixing
contact
stuff?
him. I did.
Okay.
I was like, hey man, it's been a week. Like, what's going on?
Let me off my island,
And-
please.
Yeah, he was like, oh, sorry, I'm busy, and that
No,
was that
but
was
you
like
said
the end
for
of the
real.
busy doing
You do
real
it now,
work.
I'm going to destroy you.
I did. This is not good for the podcast, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'll take a little video and show you guys. I did do like a little neighborhood. These are my 3 people.
I see
they
that.
live.
For the listener,
They live in their own little neighborhood.
Bubba has 3 villagers' houses placed close together.
Yeah, like
well, that's what a 5-star island did, because I started watching some YouTube videos of this guy touring 5-star islands, and he made like a little neighborhood where like
you got a city plan this stuff, man.
Yeah, like all the residential area was, and it was incredible. I'm gonna send you both the video, and we can put in a link here. Like it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. You could not have done this if you did not time travel, and I refuse to time travel.
I'm not here for that, man.
Good.
No, I'm not. Like, I don't want to ruin this game and be tired of it in a month where I could take my time and build it up in several months.
Yes, this is Animal Crossing is a slow burn. Thank
really
you
is.
for the people who have done that, so we can see what it could be.
Yes.
But I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yep.
I don't need it.
Anyways, Bubba, what have you been up to?
Well, besides not visiting other people's islands on Animal Crossing,
Yes.
not really much anything. No, we started watching last night. We watched 3 episodes of Tiger King. Oh,
I have yet to start.
Do it, Kate. Today, do
well,
it.
I'll ask Steven, see what he thinks.
No, Kate. Today,
I'm allergic to
Matt.
cats.
Have you and Aaron?
Oh, we haven't. We've been watching
So
Star
is
Trek
one of
Next
the
Generation.
main people in this show.
Actually,
Matt,
I'm
if
less
you guys haven't
allergic to
started,
cats.
stop whatever you're watching and go watch Tiger
Picard.
King.
Star Trek.
And I'm just gonna ask a noob question here. Is this real life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it's everything. Everything you never knew you needed.
Okay.
Everything.
All right,
Now-
I'm in.
This is not an endorsement for Tiger King. Okay? So just like, if you are a responsible adult, go watch Tiger King. If you're not, don't. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is not a show that I'm watching with my kids or doing anything like that. But this show is a trip. Like, Anna and I are huge fans of Making a Murderer. And this is like the redneck cousin of Making a Murderer. It's
Okay,
a roller coaster.
I'm in. I will have to make time.
Absolute roller coaster. But we watched 3 episodes of that last night. Just finally got to the point where it was like, okay, we can turn this off. After every episode, I looked at Anna and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. I have to watch another one.
See, you're the Aaron in the relationship, because I'm like, one's pretty good. I'm done.
I cannot one and done.
I have to, man. I gotta savor 'em.
I'm too invested.
Savor 'em.
But here's the thing. So in that show, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it a little bit more next week after you guys have watched through at least episode 2. There's a shot, and I don't know why nobody's talking about this. There's a shot in there where one of the women in the show, she's in her house and she's like putting, I think it's episode 2. She's putting fire into the fireplace, and then like over her shoulder, you see her game library. And I missed it, and Anna was like, "Is that sequins?" And I was like, "Sequins? Like that you put on a pillow or a t-shirt?" And she goes, No, the game, sequence. And I was like, "Oh, hold up. Let's roll this thing back." And we did. And probably for about 10 minutes, I was like face close to the TV. Like, oh, that's that game. And that's that game. And oh, I think I can't believe she has that game. That's pretty cool. Like, that's what I did in Tiger King. And I can't believe that the board game community is not talking about this more. So I'm going to raise awareness. This is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I'm not going to start a nonprofit, but I could. Just know I could.
Okay, deal.
So Tiger King, just that shows it's a freaking trip, is what it is. Also watched WrestleMania, and I will just tell you that I've started to call it WrestleMEHnia, like MEH, WrestleMEHnia. The entire world is different, right? Like, everything's different. Matt is now streaming as a full-time job, so like it just where are we? What are we doing?
Look at me now.
Yeah, take that, teachers. But so the WWE, if you guys don't know about wrestling, too bad. You're about to learn. They have started doing, well, I won't say live shows. They've started doing shows that were live in front of a nobody audience, like legit nobody in the audience.
Okay,
they moved everything.
Have you ever seen the Ernest movie where he plays basketball? Slam Dunk Ernest. There it is. Is it like Slam Dunk Ernest, where in the crowds you watch and there's this cardboard cutouts doing like this? Like it's like cheering.
No.
Okay, it's not like that.
No, it's not even that good. It's legit. They moved everything. WWE sells out for these, Monday and Friday shows that they do, Raw and SmackDown. They sell out arenas all over the nation and world, really. So now they're having to do same kind of wrestling stuff. They moved everything from traveling shows to their performance center, which is their training ground. And there's nobody in the seats. Like, it is just like legit crickets. Cue Matt doing cricket sounds. There they are. So it's legit crickets, and you don't hear, like, you hear everything that they're doing. Like, every time they run into the rope or they, foot stomp or whatever, like, you hear everything clear as a bell.
Like they're whispering to each other? Like,
well, so they're doing less of that, right? So fast forward to WrestleMEHnia, the show of shows, the battle of the immortals, right? Like, this is, people that don't know anything about wrestling know about WrestleMEHnia. Okay. This year it was all pre-taped and at the Performance Center. Most of it was 99.9% of it was at the Performance Center. It was over 2 nights because it was all pre-recorded. They didn't have to do it all in one night. It was the weirdest thing I had ever seen. It really was. Some of the stuff was pre-taped. All of it was pre-taped, but some of it was like highly pre-produced. Like they had a match between one of the wrestlers, AJ Styles, and The Undertaker. And
He's
it was
still around?
Dude.
Go ahead, sorry.
This has to be his last one. But it was a quote unquote boneyard match where they had it at this fake graveyard because they're not doing graveyard matches because legit people are dying. They don't want to have to say graveyards.
Oh my god.
Boneyard.
But it was a highly produced, like, cinematic match with like sound effects and all sorts of stuff behind it.
No.
It was decent. It was completely different than anything that they'd ever done, but it was decent. Like, I enjoyed it. The next night, they had a Firefly Funhouse match between The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and John Cena. And that one was so weird because the character of The Fiend is already weird. But this was like John Cena went through all of the stuff, like all the tropes of who he had been his entire career. And he was like reliving that stuff in a quote unquote match against The Fiend. And it ended up with basically, I'm sorry, spoilers, but this is just too crazy. It ended up with John Cena being pinned by The Fiend with Bray Wyatt counting the 1, 2, 3 as a separate character. And then John Cena disappeared.
Was dead forever.
Like, John Cena defeated himself, basically, is what happened. Like, I cannot even walk you through what happened in that match.
It's like a Scarecrow Batman thing.
Kind of. Yes, it was very all in his brain, very inceptive. To call it a match is not, it wasn't. It just, at the end of it, like, it cuts back to the quote unquote live shot in the studio, and the guy who was, hosting at that moment, he was like, what did I just watch? I don't know what to say. And then it just cuts, and that's like the end of that segment. And my answer was, same. Like, what freaking just happened here?
Huh.
It's so weird. I'll try and find it. I'm sure that they're going to have stuff about it on social media. But all that to say,
wrestling, is that free right now?
You could have watched it for free. Yeah, so like if they have like free 14-day trials. So if you wanted to just go and do a WWE network account, you could just watch everything that they have on the platform in 14 days. I mean, you couldn't watch everything, but you could watch everything for 14 days, including this past WrestleMania and every WrestleMania. Not a sponsor, but it just is what it is. All that to say, like, we we had a Discord chat going on in our pro wrestling channel on our Discord channel, our Discord server, lovethynerd.com/Discord, where a couple of us were kind of talking through, about 4 or 5 of us were talking through each of these matches and like rating them and doing all sorts of stuff. Because wrestling's just fun to do that with, right? Everything's predetermined, like it's fake. There's nothing, secretive about any of that stuff. So much so that they actually have shows on the WWE network that talk about that, like how fake it is. And, we had this and I got called a couple days ago to be told I was getting the title and all that stuff. Which is really good that they've peeled the curtain back, because now, like as a fan, it makes you more invested in the product, it's just smart. But all that to say, it was weird. We were talking about it. My overall for WrestleMania, for anybody who cares, was like 6.5 out of 10 from top to bottom on the scale of rating, on the rating scale.
So not a scale of Kate's or Bubba's.
6.5 Bubbies out of 10. Okay. Yeah.
Just clarifying. Yeah, it was important.
To me, it was WrestleMania. And some of the other people in the chat, they completely disagreed with me. But I was woefully underwhelmed. We'll look back on this in a year or 2 years or 5 or 10 or whatever, and we'll say they probably did the best with what they had. Because like people were just straight up pulling out of WrestleMania. Like some of the best people were like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be headlining WrestleMania? Yeah, I'm immunocompromised. I am not going to come to that." And so like it was a big deal. Like everything about it was weird and different and changed, but
it's hard to like
was,
quote unquote perform in front of, whether you're doing it genuinely or for real, in front of a big old empty thing.
The thing was, they didn't adapt. Like the ones that did, it was amazing. Like I loved those matches. The people that could not adapt to an empty arena, like, and they'll even tell you, like, we are performers. We draw off of the intensity of the crowd. Okay, but they're not there. Like it's different.
And they're not there, and you
have
still
to bring
have
the
to.
intensity.
They're not there. You still have to do your job. So let's go.
I mean, if it's not the 90s, I'm not interested in wrestling. I'm sorry. Like it's got to be late 90s, early 2000s for me to be into it. If it's not
would it make you feel any
WCW.
better? Would it make you feel any better to know that Bill Goldberg was he was the headlining match for the previous night?
Kind of, but I feel like they're just like I feel like most wrestling pay-per-views nowadays, they're just bringing back the stars that you want to see, like John Cena, Goldberg. They bring around Brock Lesnar. They bring around all these people who aren't
he was also
around
on last night. Yep.
Right. They aren't around the entire rest of the year. Like, here's WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar's going to win again, isn't he? Yep. John Cena's probably going to win. This is a weird, a weird one. He beat himself, so he kind of won. But for the most part, they're just bringing around these old wrestlers. I'm sure Shawn Michaels was around. Was he around?
He was. So everything was different. Like Triple H was not seen. He's always there, but he wasn't seen. He's usually a part of every WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Taker is a part of most of them.
Yep.
But they bring back some of these icons. The funny thing is that going into this WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar was the WWE champion, and Bill Goldberg was the Universal champion.
Yeah, exactly. Because they wanted you to be hyped about these old characters that everyone loves, but there aren't enough new characters that everyone loves.
They're coming. I mean, they're doing a fairly good job.
They're getting there, but
this is not the wrestling podcast, Matthew.
It's too late. We're already there.
Okay,
changing the name.
Honestly, there's enough wrestling talk in the community that I'm legitimately thinking about doing a wrestling podcast. So, if that is something that any of you would be interested in participating in, let me know, and we'll talk through it. I can't promise you anything, but we'll talk through it. So all that to say, I watched WrestleMania. It was decent. It's decent, like almost a good, not great kind of a deal. 6.5 out of 10 for me. But it's not one that I'll go back and watch again. I think I'll watch it like in another 5 or so years, just to kind of be like, oh, that was a weird time, and just to kind of reminisce. But we've also been playing games. So make sure that if you're not already like listening to our podcasts and stuff, go do that. You're listening to this one, Obvi. But listen to our Church Nerds podcast, which we're trying to help you guys get through quarantine stuff. Anna and I are talking about how to not absolutely murder your kids now that you're having to be around them all the time. That was this past episode, like how to battle parental lethargy. We've also got Humans of Gaming, a lot of great interviews that we're doing with women in the gaming industry right now. Like that is our main focus for this part of the season. We've also got the Pull List podcast, and Hector and Chris just released another episode, and they're talking about like how to deal with like Diamond not shipping out comics and stuff. Like it's a weird time for everybody in every industry. Comics are not immune from that. It is super duper weird right now. Stuff's getting canceled left and right. And then we've also, what am I missing? Free Play, Humans of Gaming.
I mean, that's
Church
all the
Nerds.
podcasts.
Is that it? Probably
Us?
more.
Free Play.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah,
not Free Play. Pull List.
Yeah. You should listen. Just listen to everything. Go to lovethynerd.com and check out all the stuff. I know that Jonathan Clausen, our wonderful cut man, is working on a Church Nerds page for us on the site, so you'll be able to get to that a little bit quicker and easier. So, but we're doing a lot of video stuff too. So just go to lovethynerd.com. Make sure that you're also on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to that, like Matt said. Become a subby.
Oh, just do it.
We're dumping a ton of content on there, so just be there for that. Hey, Kate, what have you been playing? Let's talk games. Let's not let Matt talk about wrestling anymore.
I know. I don't even know anything about wrestling. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways,
yeah, it's pronounced wrestling.
Wrestling. So I tried to do something different this past week and play something different, play a game I hadn't played in a long time. I watched the trailer for it again and got super hyped. That game is The Division, which is a third-person shooter taking place in a world that has been ravaged by a virus and everything's quarantined and
Sounds legit.
It's a trippy game to play right now.
So I was really hyped off the trailer. It sounds really bad to say, okay, but I don't mean it that way. I mean it like I saw this trailer, reminded me of the game that I hadn't played, so I thought I'll get it out and start it over because I'd never finished it. Well,
How far did you get?
I was
What level?
level 24 on my previous save. It's all right,
That's
right?
not bad.
It's
That's
not.
decent.
It's good progress into the game. I'd put in like 30 something hours into the game.
Yeah.
According to the last thing. Well, on my new save file, there was like, you get to the point where they give you like 3 pretty easy side missions just so you get used to how the things work. At the end, there was like a little area boss, right? I could not get past him. I played it 12 times in a row. I could not get past it. I was seriously so mad that I said, forget this, I'm not doing it, and I shut it down. I know it's possible to get past. In the end, I went back like 2 days later, took him out on the first try, but by then my enthusiasm for the game was
over.
So I don't know how I got to level 24 before. I am very out of practice with shooters of any kind. So
that game reminds me a lot of I played quite a bit of Ghost Recon Wildlands. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys did or not, but that was I wasn't really big into like Modern Warfare or Ghost Warfare, whatever they were, like all those other games. The third person shooter genre has never been like my favorite kind of genre, but I really liked that, and I played quite a bit of The Division as well. Matt, you would love The Division. The whole thing is a trash room.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
perfect.
Oh,
yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
There's
lead
trash
with that
bags
next
everywhere.
time, okay? Yeah, lead with that next time, then I'm in.
So I really tried, but something is not clicking. I don't know if it's because I haven't played a shooter in so long or what the deal is, but I was really mad. So I'm putting it back on the shelf.
Hey, it's all right. It's not.
Did you end up playing Division 2?
It's not Red
No,
Dead.
I told you that I was going to give up, and then you said play Division 2. Why would I play Division 2 if I already was playing the first one? I didn't like it. What has changed so drastically in the second one that I would like it?
The things that I think would be a hindrance for you in the first one, maybe they fixed in the second one. I don't know.
Maybe, but what changed? Like, I made good progress on it before. There's no answer. I don't know, but it's just.
Well, maybe it's the difference between like Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know.
Just maybe it's the difference between Red Dead 2 and Red Dead 1.
Hey,
You speak your language. Speak
That
your
makes,
language.
yeah, that speaks to me
Okay,
very
see?
deeply. I'm just going to play Red Dead 2 again.
And there you go.
No, I have 2 games that are on the way from the Amazon Prime that I bought.
Kate and I talked about it. We're both
today.
resisting playing Red Dead 2 again. Like we both had this like deep calling to play again, but
Yeah.
it didn't
I
I
happen.
still
can't.
have yet to start that game.
You know what? That's
No, I
on
started
you.
it. That's not true.
You
That's not
started
true.
it, but I just
I need to
will
man
push
up
on.
here. Yeah, I know.
I'm going to push on. You should play it. Now's the perfect time.
What did you get from Amazon? What do you got coming?
Control and Outer Wilds. Which one is it?
Control. Oh, Control. Okay.
Yeah,
The one that won
Control.
all the awards.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was like, I could go for something kind of weird. That game seems a little weird.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm just trying to push through. I was
I
playing a little
believe in
bit.
you.
I was playing a little bit of Sims.
It's $5
I don't
right
e-
now. The Sims
What?
The Sims 4 is $5.
On what?
Probably Steam.
Oh, well, let me tell you what happened, and then you can decide what you were going to say, Bubba.
You
So-
know what I'm gonna say.
So normally I try to keep the peace when I'm playing The Sims. Besides certain accidents, I try to keep the peace. So
Accidents, Kate.
I decided to play it a little bit differently. All right, which is a little bit. I just don't normally play
With
like this.
a sense of morality and ethics.
Ouch.
Well, this is not that.
Oh, you
way.
wouldn't go that far? I
This
got
is
you.
not that
Okay.
way. So I've been, I had my sim, whatever. She's all right. She got married to this dude in the neighborhood. He's a little bit of a player, right? So she was pregnant with the baby. Then there
This
was
is
another
weird.
girl. There was another girl in the
What is it?
neighborhood.
Is this The Sims or is Tiger King? What are we doing
No,
here?
this is The Sims.
Hey, spoiler.
Okay.
Man.
So the one sim was pregnant. Then there was another sim in the neighborhood who was also pregnant from that guy's baby. The same guy.
Wait a second.
He
Start
has
over.
2 girls.
But his baby?
These 2 girls are both pregnant. He is the dad
You
of
said,
both.
but she got pregnant. Oh, okay. I thought you said that she got pregnant from his baby.
Maybe
Man,
I said
what a-
that, but I didn't mean that. I meant that he is the father of both the babies, right?
So he's P1. He's P1.
He is P1. They are P2 and P3.
Oh, I know what that means. I know what that means.
Yeah, we're trying to create like a legacy component to our podcast, and P1 might be it.
P1. All right. So the 2 girls were hanging out, talking about baby stuff. Didn't know they were both pregnant with the same guy's baby. So the one girl went home. The guy immediately gets a call from her saying that she gave birth and the baby's name is Felicia.
I don't.
Bye, Felicia.
I did not pick the name.
So
Then the wife gave birth to a baby, his other baby, found out about the girl while the girl
Okay.
was also at the house hanging out with the baby. She kicked the girl out of the house and was yelling at the husband who left for work, and the girl was so mad she kicked over her own trash can and took an angry poop. Then
Wait, I'm just gonna go back. What was the
Then-
other baby's name?
see, you're not listening, but you missed the best part. I'm dead serious. This is what the option was: take an angry poop. Like then, and I have photos of some of this, not the angry poop, but the other. Then the 2 of them were arguing again, and the baby pooped itself, and it was crying, and it had like, those little like waves above an item that basically say, "Hey, this smells bad."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They were
I
fighting
remember
so
that
much
from
that the baby, nobody was changing the
Tamagotchi.
baby's diaper, and I got a notification that if nobody did anything, they were going to take it away. All right, that's the end.
Was
of
a
The Sims.
notification from CPS.
From the.
No, I want to
Same.
know what the other baby's name was.
I forgot.
Oh, the
Oh.
other baby.
No, the other baby's name is Felicia.
No, the other baby.
The one that lives in my house. I don't remember, and it lives in my house.
What's Baby Prime? What's Baby Prime's name?
I don't know. So that's what's been going on. It was really hard for me to play like that, actually.
Oh, Kate.
But there was the option, take an angry poop, and it was in red. So
And you did it, right?
yeah.
What are you gonna do? Not take the option? Get out of here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, well, what have you been playing then? That's so much better.
You talking
Matt,
to me?
top that. Please top that. You cannot take an angry poop in Animal Crossing. Believe me. Not from lack of trying.
I think Kate did when she visited my island.
Well, she was trying to add to your trash room.
Oh, right.
That is probably true. I won't deny
can't.
it.
I can't top it, but I have played another game besides Animal Crossing. Just on Friday, the new Unmatched came in, the Jurassic Park Unmatched.
Yes.
Which is really good. You have 3 raptors versus Muldoon. And would you call it InGen or InGen?
InGen.
InGen. Okay.
I think it's InGen.
That's what I thought.
Because
what I
like
thought too,
if you look at the
capitalized.
logo, I need to go back and like watch original Jurassic Park to clarify. But if you look at the logo, in is part and then gen is like a whole nother thing.
I don't even know what it means, but it's Muldoon, the groundskeeper for Jurassic Park, versus the 3 raptors, and he has some worker employees with him. And that game is just Unmatched is so good. If you haven't played it, do it.
Yep.
Because it is so good. It is just so well balanced. No matter which set you bring in, no matter which character do you play. When we played the other day, it came down to Avon was being the Raptors and I was being Muldoon and his bros. And I was at 1 hit point and he was at 2 hit points. He ended up winning.
Yeah.
But like it's just so close. So close every time. Super fun game. And then this Friday, today, if you're listening to it on Friday, we are releasing on our YouTube Beard Bros review of this very
Unmatched
game. Yeah, Unmatched.
Wow,
and then Aaron and I will
that.
play it. Aaron and I are going to play it on Sunday, and we're going to give away a copy this next following week. So you just
Which
gotta
one are
do
you
the
going to
stuff.
play? Have you decided?
We haven't decided yet.
Just
We
base game?
probably will do base game, or at least one of the first couple expansions, and we won't use Jurassic Park because we're not giving away Jurassic Park. We're giving away the base game. We're giving away Bigfoot Robin Hood, and we're giving away Bruce Lee. So
Yep. I've got him over here on my shelf.
There, he's looking right at him.
I've had him for a very
they'll all
long
be coming
time.
your way, virus free. So
Well, let's not.
we'll see. No, they'll be virus free.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yep. And yeah, so it's going to be a fun Unmatched weekend. And if you haven't played it, just play it, or wait and win it and play it then. But you'll love it.
And if you have Unmatched, now is the time to share pictures, like pictures, video, whatever. Like we want to see you playing Unmatched this
Yes.
weekend, because we're making a big deal about it. And honestly, I knew this about Unmatched, but I forgot how fun it was. Like I know how fun it is. I just forgot how much fun it was. Because what have I been playing? Unmatched. That's what I have on my list right here.
Yep.
I have not yet played the new one. It's in, but I haven't played it yet. But my son, he's been getting into this because he's a huge Smash Up fan, like loves Smash Up. And this is basically everything that I wanted out of Smash Up. And so we had one of the same like neck and neck games the other day. He was playing Medusa and I was playing Sinbad. And I'd not played a lot of Sinbad, but he got me down, like legit got me down to like 3 hit points. And because Sinbad he can pack a punch and he's really good against range characters. I was able to come back and beat him. And like, oh man, it was just to see the look on his face. It was the only time my son has smiled when he lost a game. Like he was like, Dad, that was so close. And I'm like, that's it. That's the one right there.
Yep.
That's how you lose. If you just get crushed, it's not fun. But
No, they're just
like,
it's just
such a
so
fun
well
game.
balanced. Yep. So well, I'm interested in trying out the Raptors versus Bruce Lee because the Raptors have a similar mechanic as Bruce Lee where they gain actions as they play cards.
Yeah.
So
and they teleport.
Yeah, yep. So look forward to that this coming weekend. And we are gonna make it a whole weekend of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's it besides Animal
man.
Crossing. And I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. We know that.
Obvi. Yeah. Tune into our YouTube channel for that. Just search Love Thy Nerd. I forget what the actual link is, but just search Love Thy Nerd on YouTube.
It's youtube.com/letters that don't make sense.
Oh, really?
Just put
letters.
Love Thy
Yeah,
Nerd in. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Trust me.
smash that
That'll
keyboard.
get there.
Pretty much.
Well, hey, you know what? I think that's going to do it for episode 85 of the Free Play Podcast here on season 3.
That's so
Be sure to
annoying.
check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, radio.com, the internet in general. Just
Hey, go ahead and go to your Google and say, "Hey Google, play the Free Play Podcast." See what happens. I want to know. Record yourself doing that. I want to know if it works.
I'll do
or
it.
ask Alexa or whatever.
I'll ask
Just
all of them.
yeah, ask them all. Really, anywhere that you can find podcasts, just hit us up. And if you can't find us, let us know, and we'll do our best to get us on. We're not gonna put you on, but we'll put us on the podcast spot. Yeah. If you're not already a part of the Love Thy Nerd Facebook group, just do it. All you got to do is go to Facebook and search for Love Thy Nerd. 2 things are going to pop up. You're going to get our page. Go ahead and like that. Smash that like button. And you're also going to find our community. That's where you can go to catch all fresh memes and conversations and streams and all sorts of stuff. We put all that mess right there on our page for you to get. And even these podcasts, we like to post them there as well. So right now, in this time, we need to make sure that we're leaning into our online communities when we're practicing healthy, social, like physical distancing. So lean into our online community by just going to lovethynerd.com/community, and a link will be there for you to follow. Also, you can find us, like I said, on Facebook, also Instagram and Twitter at Love Thy Nerd on all 3 of those platforms. And be sure to follow the Free Play Podcast on Twitter as well. Once again, I'm Bubba Stalkup.
I'm Matt Warmbier.
I'm Kate Katawaki.
And for our cut man, Jonathan
Oh my
Clausen. Hey, we'll catch you next week. And if nobody else tells you, remember it's true. Jesus loves you, nerd.
You have been listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stalkup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Be sure to rate and review the show and share on all the social media.
Hey, if you're not already a part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast,
What?
pause, start over.
But if you're not, let's do it, okay?
Yeah.